But the connection I'm talking about is so within, that universe that is so within, that we are all a part of, a higher power, our higher self. Hi, I'm Judy Marie, owner of Miracles of Health, and thank you for watching. Please tap the like button and subscribe, as we would love to get this information out to as many people as possible, and it helps spread the word on our channel as well. What's your connection? What is your connection? Think about that. Are you more invested in connecting with things from the external, or is your connection so strong from within? Why I'm bringing this up is there can be a time where we may not have internet connection for however long that may be. There may be a time we might not have electricity. There might be a time we would need to rely on community more, trade, exchange, services. Think about this. But what is your strongest connection? And hopefully it's in the vastness of the universe that is inside of you, connecting to everything on such a divine level. I remember a story real clearly I want to share. That I was on a road trip from Colorado to California with Bear Watcher. He was an Apache medicine man. We were on our way back to California, and he was making a medicine pouch for me. And he had it on the rear view mirror of the van. And he kept praying and talking with this pouch, and then he held it and would look to the sky, look to the trees, look to the flowers, and he would pray and hold it, and was putting good feelings and medicine in there. And then miles and miles down the road, I don't even know what state we were in at that point, he put it back on the rear view mirror, and the mirror fell off. It just fell. The power and the strength in that bag from the prayers and the messages, and asking the mountains, asking the sky, asking the clouds and the trees and all the elements on the journey, and not only what you can see, but what you could visualize from far away, to come in and be there of beauty and help and health and strength. That was so powerful. But we have access to this energy and strength and power of the universe. And I want you to know, if the lights go out at some point or time, for whatever reason, we don't have internet for whatever reason, what are your connections within? What do you have access to that can help you overcome any fear, any feeling of aloneness? This is the time to think about what those tools are that you have within. And they're usually invisible tools, but they're full of the spirit, and they're full of connection of life. Just because you can't see it from where you are, you have the power to tap into that. Maybe you're going to tap into the strength of the ocean. Maybe you're going to tap into whatever higher beings, God, masters, teachers that you best connect with. I don't know what that is for you. I know what my own are, but everybody really needs to find what is absolutely unshakable they can rely on. in those moments. I think about when I had a brain injury in 2016, and it was so hard for me I couldn't handle light for months. My brain just really throbbed in certain pitches, tones, really any noise, just really throbbed my brain. And being able to walk around my house in the dark, it felt so good when it was dark because my brain cooled down because of all the inflammation. But I learned how to maneuver in the dark comfortably. So when there are unexpected situations that may come up in our life, might be shocking. We might be entering into seeing and experience some stuff that will shake us to the core. And I have no doubt about that. This is the time to be aware and be prepared. When I was able to move around in my house in the dark and be so comfortable, that helped me to understand the importance, again, relax into whatever happens, to start deep breathing. Trust, there still is divine intervention. There still is help coming in. And our thoughts at that moment is really important. They are anyways. We should select our thoughts as we select our clothes every day. Think about, what we want to keep coming into our life in those moments that could appear to be so fearful. Ask for the help right away. Be willing to listen. Be willing to let that guidance come through. Maybe you'll be in a place you won't have what you absolutely, ideally would need. But you can call in the spirit of it. You could call in the energy of it. It is pretty wild, the people who have manifested something out of nothing. And I hope you remember these words, because you are capable of doing the same thing. I am capable of doing the same thing, manifesting something out of nothing. Yes, there are masters, teachers who've done this on the planet for years and many, many years. But they also said, one of them said, you can do what I do and even more. Having that level of faith, having that level of prayer, focus, concentration, and relax into whatever it is at that moment through the breath work. Maybe grounding if possible to get on the earth. But let's say you can't get on the earth. Let's say you have to be exactly where you're at. But you know what? You can visualize that. You can visualize Mother Earth coming up through your feet. You can visualize Gaia coming right into your heart and flooding your energy fields. You can visualize God, Christ consciousness, coming into your essence. Again, what you best connect with. I don't know what that is for you. Find out what that is for you, because I believe everybody is going to need to resonate with something very strong inside of them in these moments where potentially they could first go into terror and fear. But this is where you want to go ahead and be as prepared as much as possible. A lot of times in nature, things have to dismantle before they can rebuild. In our systems, in our society right now, there are so many institutions, there are so many situations that are collapsing for the new to be built. And the new to be built could be at such a quantum leap. There's no limit to what can manifest and continue to come from that. But the reality is, there are a lot of people who don't want to see this. There is such a level of detoxification going on on every level right now, worldwide, and it has purpose to it. We have committed to come here during this time to be these star seeds, to be light workers of leadership and staying true and staying strong. All of you, we are going through what we're going through, not because we are weak, because we're strong. You're going to think your body's getting worse. What you're becoming aware of maybe is the chemicals and toxins that have been put in our food and our water for so long to compromise our health. Maybe that's the more of the root problem, but we are detoxifying from what isn't true anymore. We're detoxifying from these levels of chemicals. We're detoxifying from our past, what has been stuck in our DNA for so long. We are waking up to a better life that we are choosing to live and to embrace. And it may not be what we thought it was 6 months ago. It might not be what we thought it was a month ago. Definitely several years ago. I remember being on this path for so long, since it's going on low over 36, 37 years on the path of natural health and healing, this lifetime. And it's amazing that using nature, what is natural, for our healing and our awakening to continue to happen. So during this time, think about what it is you most connect with, that you can rely on, that you find to be absolutely a comfort to you, that you find to be so true, so safe. You know for sure this is what you're going to do. A lot of people have the bug out bags, and which I think is a great idea for sure. What is in your spiritual toolbox? That is what at the core will get you through some of the most difficult situations. Throughout the years of my life, that is what has got me through. Fortunately, at a very young age. For me to be able to thrive and survive through a lot of situations, I had such a close connection in the spirit world that never betrays me, never once. And the God of my understanding, unconditional love, no judgment, pure love, strength, always there, reliable. In developing that throughout the years, it's in it's in everybody. That's just not where everybody resides in the spirit world. But finding your connection, if you could think about if something happened where you were so shocked and devastated beyond, what do you have in your spiritual toolbox? What are your connections? What is your strongest connection that you will not go into quicksand? You will not become immobilized, but you will absolutely still spread your wings like an eagle and stay that focused and stay that strong and be able to help that many people around you as well. So I think about these things. I hope you could think about these things and look at where are you right now? Are you feeling that anyways? Or are you listening to so much that you're feeling a lot of trepidation and anxiety? This is a good time to practice to how to get this shifted, how to raise your consciousness and your spiritual connection. And being prepared. When we are prepared, we are less in fear, whatever that is. if we are prepared, the best we can be prepared. And that could be through some essentials, no matter what. But the connection I'm talking about is so within, that universe that is so within, that we are all a part of, a higher power, our higher self, higher consciousness. And above all, a love and a light that is so strong and brilliant that we can tap into every second and every breath of the day. And I like the term, let's just, yes, we go a moment at a time, a day at a time in certain situations. For me, I go a prayer at a time. Life becomes a prayer. It's a way of living. May you find your spiritual put that together, your spiritual toolbox, whatever that is, that you can rely on that at the moment you call upon when you are caught in fear. But even practice that today. And so it is.